Imagine one morning you wake up, you get out of bed, and notice that something is wrong. Your closet is now a safe. Your bathroom has a vault door on it, and so does your kitchen. You've been locked out of your life. A message is plastered all over the walls. Do you want to regain access? Pay $3 million to a local criminal gang. Oh, and they've also been secretly filming you for the last several years, so if you don't pay, they can release all that footage too. Every day, hundreds of people around the world wake up to this reality, only the locks are not in the real world, but in the virtual one. This is ransomware, a billion-dollar extortion industry that works on a simple premise: pay or be ruined. The basics behind ransomware attacks are simple. At first, the criminals have to get access to the victim's system. This can be done by phishing or bribing an employee, or as in the case of the Colonial Pipeline attack in 2021, by just finding a password in another leak. Then the attackers plant a simple, self-replicating code that meticulously encrypts whatever data it finds. The code hides in the background, avoids critical files, and moves to other computers in the network. Meanwhile, it chooses the juiciest files and beams them straight to a hiding place on the dark web, just in case.
And obviously leave a message that your data has been locked until you pay the ransom, or if you don't pay the ransom, we won't give you back the key, and we'll publish the data that we have exfiltrated.
Now the device is just an expensive paperweight. For ordinary people, this is ruinous. For companies, even more so. Customers can't be served. Payments can't be processed. Goods can't be purchased or sold. The victim has two choices. It can pay and maybe avoid the consequences, or it can try and fix the damage, wipe its systems clean and start from scratch, or use a backup if it has one. But this costs a lot of money, and there's always a chance of a repeated infection.
If you pay, you probably get those files back, but it's a fishy thing. It's never 100%. Also, they can impose you with a double ransom. They can ask for more money. It's a harsh business because you can't really take your attackers into court.
For mom and pop shops, the bulk of ransomware victims, this often means bankruptcy. Attacks on larger companies can lead to a disaster for thousands.
This is potentially the most substantial and damaging attack on U.S. critical infrastructure ever.
How a group of criminals was able to infiltrate your networks, steal nearly 100 gigabytes of data in just 2 hours, and then lock your systems with ransomware to demand payment.
The Colonial Pipeline story ended in a massive crisis. Entire states were struck and paralyzed due to a shortage of fuel. And the criminals didn't even attack the pipeline's industrial equipment. They only locked down the payment processing part of the business. The rest of the damage was done by the company itself, which was unable to function and decided to shut down. The criminals got what they wanted though, and Colonial never saw them again. But who were they? The Colonial Pipeline attack has been perpetrated by DarkSide, all things considered a new gang at the time, and a short-lived one. It conducted several successful attacks, extorted several $1 million, and disappeared within a year. Compared to the major players on the market, DarkSide was just a blip on the radar. At the time, the market was dominated by the likes of Conti, Lockbit, and Reveal. All of them, including DarkSide, united by one thing: their location. None of these gangs are hiding the fact that they operate from the post-Soviet space.
So like Russia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, the Baltics, these countries, mostly Russia.
The leaders of these gangs are part of the Russian criminal elite, enjoying both the protection of the government and the freedom to relish in the spoils. However, depicting them as just Russian groups is not entirely correct. They are truly international conglomerations, with hundreds of criminals from all across the world operating in unison. Take Lockbit, the largest cybercriminal gang that has ever existed. It has around 100 skilled developers and customer support specialists who work on the software and manage the operations, but they don't conduct the attacks. This task is delegated to the affiliates, thousands upon thousands of low-level cybercriminals from around the world. Such a model is known as ransomware as a service. It has been copied straight out of the books of legitimate businesses, and it proved extremely versatile. Not only is it profitable, it allows the main criminals to easily avoid capture. Whenever one affiliate is caught by law enforcement, dozens spring up to take their place. And the profits part can't be overstated. We'll never know for sure how much money is being paid to the ransomware groups. However, some payments are public. For example, Colonial Pipeline paid over $2 million to resume operations. This pales in comparison to the largest payout ever recorded, $40 million paid by CNA Insurance Company in 2021. In 2022, the total revenue of ransomware groups was estimated at nearly $500 million.
Some reports say that ransomware operations will reach $1 billion market capitalization or revenue next year. Some reports say that it has already been reached. So we can only assume and calculate the ones that we know of. And some reports say that less than 60% of all of the companies report ransomware attacks. So I would say that we've probably reached that 1 billion.
But this is just the number that the cybercriminals earn. The damages they cause are orders of magnitude larger. Wiping the systems, restoring the data, and ensuring that the attack can't repeat, all the while not earning a single penny from their customers. It's estimated that in 2021, the total damage caused by ransomware gangs reached $20 billion. And within a decade, it will probably grow tenfold. The stories like those of CNA and Colonial Pipeline make the news, but most of the ransomware victims don't. The pool of companies and people that can be exploited is endless. On one hand, attackers can cast a wide net and seek to infect as many computers as they can, targeting individuals and their personal data. On the other hand, they conduct targeted attacks, seeking out companies that are more difficult to breach but can bring much larger revenue. Companies on every continent, in every industry, of all sizes. Ransomware gangs don't shy from attacking whatever they can, including hospitals, shelters, and charity organizations. If criminals ever had a code of honor, it's now long gone.
Ransomware operators, especially the ones based in Russia, they know no fear. They don't give a damn, at all. Some of them have Twitter accounts, just, posting how they're cooking shashlik with names of ransomware gangs in their Twitter handles.
So how do we stop it? Is there an easy way to get rid of this problem? No. Whoever promises you an easy solution is probably lying or deluding themselves. However, one thing that can be done is spreading awareness. The more people know what ransomware is and how it works, the better. The scale of this criminal activity is often very difficult to perceive, which is why Cybernews created a new tool called Ransom Looker, which you can find in the description right now. It's the largest and most extensive visualization of ransomware statistics in the world. It shows the size and the impact of the whole industry, with its largest players, victims, and trends. To create it, our team went to places that you would prefer not knowing about. So we would be very grateful if you checked it out and told us what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.